Hi, I'm Ben Murdoch, the Songwriter Coach, and welcome to day 10 of my 14-day lyric writing challenge, keeping us songwriters creating during this period of isolation. Well, we couldn't avoid it forever. It was bound to come up at some point, right? Of course it was. That's right, we need to talk about rhyme. We've gone over lots of tips and techniques so far and generated loads of amazing raw material. And then yesterday we used some internal and external information to make a verse and a chorus. Now your verse and chorus may well have rhymed. If so, great. And if it didn't, and when you read it, it sounded a little like it was lacking as a result, then we need to talk about rhyme. But before that, why do we even use rhyme in a song in the first place? Does it really need it? Well, there are lots of reasons why we use rhyme in lyrics, and here's a really quick tour of why. Number one, it's like sat-nav to the listener. The rhymes tell the listener where the song's going, so when the rhyme comes, then their expectation is satisfied, and this really helps structure of a song. Number two, it creates tension and release. A song uses rhyme to build tension and then resolve that tension by giving a certain release. So I'm going to go back to Lewis Capaldi again and his song, Someone You Loved. So the line, I'm going under, and this time I fear there's no one to save me. That builds some tension. And the next line then gives the release. This all or nothing really got a way of driving me crazy. It rhymes and it releases. So it's like its own mini story. Tension is introduced and then it's resolved. Number three, rhyme makes a song more memorable. It's simple as that. We remember the nursery rhymes that we learned when we were growing up at school years and years ago, all because of rhyme. And finally, number four, rhyme is great at controlling the pace and movement of a song. So let's look at a song from the musical Hamilton to show what I mean. In the song Guns and Ships, we see the classic use of end rhymes in the first two lines. So an end rhyme is where the last sounds of the lines in question rhyme. So it goes this: how does a ragtag volunteer army in need of a shower somehow defeat a global superpower? Okay, so pace-wise, it's slower than what's about to come. It's narrating us into the story. End rhymes help us follow the lyric easily, and it keeps the pace down at this stage. Now, how do we speed it up? Well, one way is by shortening the length of a line, so that's one thing. But if you want to speed things up just using rhyme specifically, then you can do this with the use of internal rhyme. So this is where the rhyme is not restricted to just the end of the line, but cleverly it's used in at least once within the line. So back to Hamilton's Guns and Ships, which uses both of these techniques to pick up the pace. So when Lafayette, the character, enters the song, he uses shorter lines at first, finishing them with end rhyme to make a reasonably paced introduction. And it's fighting talk, so this elevation in speed is sort of mirroring his adrenaline rush and his intent. He says this: I'm taking this horse by the reins, making redcoats redder with bloodstains. Then he goes all out and hits us with a super fast hip-hop use of internal rhyme. And it goes like this: I'm never going to stop until I make them drop. So I'm never going to stop until I make them drop. And he resolves back to the original end rhyme at the end with, I'll burn them up and scatter their remains. So hip hop loves using internal rhyme, and Hamilton's chock full of examples. It really does inject pace into the lyric. There's a famous old phrase which I think holds the key to rhyme for me. You know the old phrase, no rhyme or reason? Well, for the purpose of writing lyrics and writing rhymes, I would change it to this: no reason, then no rhyme. What I mean by this is that if you read your rhyme and it's got no reason for being there, then just get rid of it. If the word is only there to sound good in the context of the rhyme and it's not there for any other reason, it doesn't belong. Another way of looking at it is that when you're writing lyrics, you need to make sure they say what you want them to and that they make sense. So when a rhyme is put into a song just because it rhymes, without any thought for why it's there, it's going to throw off the song's meaning, making it lose power and consequently destabilizing and losing the listener. And of course, that's catastrophic for your song. Okay, so now down to what today's challenge is going to be all about. What I want you to do is look back over the columns of internal and external lines you wrote on day 8. If you have these on a computer, it may be worth duplicating them and making one group one colour and the other a different colour. Now the reason for this is that they're about to get a little bit jumbled up, and if they're colour coded then you'll know what's what. So what you need to do is see which lines rhyme with each other and put them together in groups. So for instance, she is a liar and his eyes were on fire. So these are a group with an ire ending, so put other lines with that same sound, that ire sound, in with it too. So I might have 2 more lines. She was getting hotter. He knew it would rock her. These are another group with an ending. Now they don't perfectly rhyme, but that's okay. We're going with what sounds right together at the moment. If you need a list of endings, then head to my website, which is thesongwritercoach.com, and you'll find some examples under the 14-day challenge tab. This process can take a bit of time, but it's going to be really worth it if you end up with a load of rhyme groups ready to go. So over to you, and good luck. If you're enjoying this 14-day challenge, then please don't forget to hit like, share too, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell too, so you get notified when I release new videos. Stay in, stay safe, and keep writing great songs. I'll see you all again tomorrow for day 11.